Hi everybody, I'm Ty Wilson. I'm here with Laine Dyksterhouse, and this young 12-year-old stars in a movie basically. It's called Every Time a Bell Rings. It's going to be streaming on the Hallmark Channel. Tell us about the role and how cool was it to be on a movie set?
The character I'm playing is the young version of Charlotte Daniels, and she has a great bond with her younger sisters who are named Emily and Nora. And it was really cool to be on the set. They had all these different people moving around. And my favorite part was they had a clapperboard. They actually used those. I thought that was just something.
The thing where they mark it and it's got like the numbers roll in and they're like, all right, let's take one,
and they say like,
4.
They say A camera, B camera.
Yeah.
So they hit it.
Any nerves?
Yes.
Well,
it was a little nervous at first, but the director really put me at ease. He was really nice, and he told us we're all going to make mistakes, and he could have been a lot meaner about it, but he wasn't.
How did you get into this? Did you send off a headshot somewhere? How did this blessing come your way?
Well, my mom auditioned for a movie that was in Greenwood, and she just put my brother's name and my name in the database, and they sent my mom an email saying that they needed someone who was around my height and had my color hair, and they wanted to know if we'd be interested.
So tell us more about Every Time a Bell Rings and kind of like the plot. I know you can't give away a lot, and I'm sure the people said, hey, don't give away the plot. We want people to watch it, but what can you tell us about it? Because it's kind of Christmassy, right?
Well, there were 3 sisters they were really close, but then their dad died and they all sort of moved apart. And then one Christmas, it's the first Christmas they've gotten back together since their dad died. And they go on this big scavenger hunt, sort of looking for clues. And it's all about how they start coming back together.
Okay, now we're not talking about some extra type thing where you're kind of way in the background and you walk, across the camera. You actually have speaking parts and all that. So what was it like being in that process? Because there's a lot going on. You have actors around you, cameras, directors, they're yelling out quiet on the set. So what was it like? What was the process?
It was very busy. There were people going everywhere, and everyone was moving around, and sometimes we'd film for an hour straight and then sometimes we'd film for 10 minutes. But my favorite part was how nice just all the crew was, and the actors, the older actors, they got us where we needed to be, and they made me feel like a big movie star.
Now, you're a 7th grader at Pillow Academy out in Greenwood. Your friends, what's that been like? Like, what are they saying? What are they asking you?
Well, I have 3 really main friends I'm really close with, and they were really excited for me, but we just keep talking about the normal stuff and hanging out, and I like it how they didn't make a whole big deal about it.
Okay, so Every Time a Bell Rings is going to stream on Thursday, November 8th on the Hallmark Channel's streaming service. The 18th is not too far away. Are there nerves leading up to? Because I don't think you've seen the whole thing, right?
I'm really excited because I'll actually get to watch what I was in, and I'm a little nervous for my acting parts, but I'm really excited to see the whole thing just come together.
Okay. Now, I understand you're a straight-A student. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And people can see we have some stuff out here on the table. This right here is a book that you wrote. So why don't you hang out with us for a little bit more? When we come back, we'll talk about your book and these playbills, because I know you've been to New York City and the whole 9. We'll talk about that when we come back. Is that cool? You can stick around?
Okay.
All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.